Welcome back to Interstate 87 in upstate New York. We hit the 1 hour mark and it is actually getting fairly light 25 minutes before it's supposed to, according to the Weather Channel, which is fantastic. You may notice I'm now in the left lane. That is because on 2 occasions I have picked up some deer out of the corner of my eye, and one actually standing right on the white line there. So I've moved over to the left lane, which is not exactly where I want to be, simply because people do come up on me and I have to get out of the way. I'm not riding that fast, but I want to give myself an extra split second to brake if I see a deer sitting on that white line. I mean, I'm 56 years old. I probably do not have the athleticism to brake quickly, but hey, I'm going to give myself all the time I can and hope that that guardrail will keep them from coming at me from the left. I mean, realistically, it's only been an hour, but things are going great. And I just thought I would share a couple of my tips as, well, I'm not going to say a seasoned long distance rider. I have crossed the country a time or two and meandered about for 6,000 miles, so I've done it a bit. And number one is, do not be comfortable. And that encompasses a few things. Primarily, if it is cold out, open your vents. The thing that best keeps me alert when I'm on this kind of ride, it's not exactly bright, there's not a lot of traffic, highway hypnosis can absolutely kick in. So what I like to do on a day like today where it's 64 degrees, I have my vents open as though it were 84 degrees. And I'm going to tell you, at 70 miles an hour, it's cold. It's past chilly. I am cold. Now, use common sense. Do not freeze yourself. Don't drop your core body temperature to the point you start shaking or something, but I do believe that being uncomfortable is the way to go, and being cool in the morning is incredibly helpful, at least to me, in all of my driving. I don't fall into highway hypnosis unless I'm nice and cozy. So the vents are open all over the jacket, and I'm on the verge of going, this is too darn cold, I need to zip them up, so I know that it's working. The next thing that I would recommend to everyone is ride prepared for rain. Now, oh, I hate this. Lane changes, front tire doesn't like it. Sorry, change in the level of the pavement for the construction zone. So, back on track. Ride for rain. Even if there's not rain in the forecast, if I'm on the road and I'm going to be going a long distance, I have the climb jacket on and I've got the MSR pants on. This is absolutely not my most comfortable gear, but when it starts to rain, I'm ready to go with a couple of zip-ups. I will try to dig the footage out. A few years ago, I was with Jason, Chris, and Steve Ruse of Moto Photo Adventures, and we're going through on a beautiful day in Canada, and all of a sudden it turned gray and started raining. And I mean, it started raining instantly. It wasn't like a little bit of clouds came in slowly and we should have paid attention. No, it just went from, it's a nice day, hey, now it's raining on you. And we all pulled over. I looked over at Steve. He put up his face mask and starts laughing as he zips up his jacket, and I do the same. And while I'm zipping my back zippers, they take me a little bit of effort, so perhaps I wasn't paying that much attention. But when I finished, I looked up, and there's Chris and Jason rambling through their gear, grabbing their waterproof shells to put on top of their riding gear. And I want to tell you, Steve just kept laughing because he was comfortable and dry, and they were now covering their wet gear with their waterproof shells. And I think I had mostly worn my waterproof gear all the time at that point, but that solidified it. That experience, watching those two poor great guys get rained on while they were going through the process of getting the gear and putting the gear on. Now, I still do ride in mesh jackets, and I keep my Nelson rig rain jacket in the back. And fortunately, I haven't been caught that quickly. But if I'm traveling, I don't want to have to stop on the side of the highway in traffic, in low visibility no less, and start putting on a waterproof shell. I just want to reach over and zip up, call it a day, and keep going to where I'm going. And the third thing I do recommend, and I should have started with this, do not wake up early to ride. I am very fortunate or unfortunate, depending on how you look at it. I wake up every morning between 4:30 and 5:30 a.m. Eastern. It's just what I've always done. I used to have to get the school bus at like 6:50. So my body just got into the habit. Around 4:30, I come out of my deep sleep, and by 5:30, I'm sitting up going, well, I guess I have to start the day. So it's not uncommon for me to be on the road at 5:30 in the morning or slightly earlier. If, like this morning, I was awake at 4:09. And by 4:30, I was sitting there going, well, I might as well go finish packing the bike and get the heck out of here. And so I did. However, I've ridden with more than a few guys that are late sleepers. They don't get out of bed before 7 o'clock. So when they ask me, hey, what time do we get on the road? My answer is when you're ready. I'm going to be up early, so fine. We'll get up, we'll go. When riding with ADV Matt, I don't know what Matt's normal sleep schedule is, but I'll tell you, he wakes up pretty early on his trips and he gets going, and it's great. But I've also rode with guys. Wow, I keep tripping over my tongue. I have also ridden with guys that, you know, we're in a hotel. I look over, it's 6:50. Neither one of them has gotten out of bed, and they're talking about where can we find coffee, and that's fine. That is just fine. Leave when the last person to be ready is ready. Don't ever get up in the morning and say, we've got a long day, we're going to have to hit the road. Hit the road when you're ready so that you're starting out fresh. You don't want to be starting one of these rides too early for you. Oh, fog. Yay. Actually, I'm quite surprised. We get fog an awful lot in the fall. And I was expecting to see fog in Albany. The Hudson puts out a lot of moisture. You end up with a lot of fog, but we're 76 miles in and just a little bit of fog. All right, well, I just thought I'd throw in a couple of things while I was basically just doing this, which is what I'll be doing all day. Riding down the highway. You'll see all of our signs. They pop up every now and again. Oh, great. 39 miles to watch out for deer. Actually, this is upstate New York. Those signs are redundant. We do not have the hunters that we used to have. When I was a kid, everybody hunted. And I'm not only talking during deer season. Just everybody hunted in upstate New York. It was a thing. We had a lot of deer. A lot of people hunted them. Unfortunately, people don't hunt like they used to, and the deer population in New York is incredibly high. And we have a lot of emaciated deer you'll see scrounging and looking for food. You definitely have to be careful around here. Part of why I don't ride at night. All right. I will talk to you guys later. If you stuck around, I appreciate it, and take care.